Hello and welcome back to another episode of Lazy Wealth Creation. I cannot believe you guys have stuck around this far and this long with little old me. So massive thanks to you guys for continuing to support the Lazy Wealth Creation channel. And I hope many of you are getting massive value from this and that you are even trying the episode ideas and that you're smashing it in life. But please do keep coming in with that feedback. We love to hear your feedback, especially the good feedback. So today, you know the format, guys and girls. We are going to be looking at ways to save money. And of course, winter is here. So one of the ideas on the saving money element is you can actually turn down your heating in favor of some good old clothes. It might sound daft, but before the days of central heating and underfloor heating, if you're that lucky, we didn't used to have such things. So what we used to do is put on extra layers of clothing to keep the heating bills down because there was no heating, so there was no bill. All right. So think about things like layering up. So you can put on a t-shirt or a thermal t-shirt. You can put on a jumper. You can even put on a light jacket or a gilet. And God forbid, I don't want people looking like Eskimos in their own houses, but earmuffs and hats as well. These are all options that you can do rather than sort of sitting in the cold and complaining that the gas is too expensive, which I do understand. However, these are some of the things that you can do to combat that bitter cold. But I know that's not why you've come here today. Why you've come here today, of course, is how are we going to turn this into a money-making strategy? Well, I hope you've got your seatbelts on because we're going on a ride. One of the things that I have done, I think it was in the winter of 22, is I went and bought from a place called Home Bargains. So I bought this retail. You can actually buy these retail very cheap. A load of Thinsulate hats. That's a brand name. It's just got like an extra layer of warm inside of it, for want of a better way of saying it. You can get them from market stores if you're in a market town. You can definitely buy them from eBay and Amazon in bulk if you really wish to, which is fine. But I would recommend starting small just so you get used to it. So get those hats. And then what you do is local events or late at night when people are out having parties and so on, go around. You can sell hats, scarves, Christmas lights if it's Christmas time. You can sell funny lights for things like St. Patrick's Day in particular, which we're going to come on to in another episode altogether. And basically, you can sell those hats for a significant markup, particularly when people are coming out from nights out and it's a bit cold. Likewise, you can sell umbrellas, but they are a bit pointy and people might sort of stop you and think that you might be up to no good if you're trying to sell umbrellas. But the same principles apply. So take those hats, buy them for $1.99 or wherever the cost is from Home Bargains, or cheaper if you're buying them in bulk from eBay or Amazon. Go out of an evening time and start flogging those hats in the street, especially if there's events like fireworks, New Year's Eve in particular would be a great one, Christmas time, anything like that. You take your $1.99 hat and then you sell them for £5, £7, maybe even £10, depending on where you are and what sort of event it's going to be. You can make an absolute small fortune. I've done this in a place called Birkenhead Park. We used to have a firework night before the council cancelled it. I think they brought it back now. But I basically went there and sold a load of Thinsulate hats and scarves that I'd bought just, I think it was 3 or 4 days before. And basically, I think I spent 50 quid on hats, which was about 20 hats, 25 hats, something like that. And I spent another 30 quid on some sort of cheaper scarves. I think I got for 30 quid, I think I got 10 or 12 scarves for that. Went out and sold them, and I sold them as a combination set. It was either 7 quid for the hat, or it was 15 quid for the hat and scarf, or was it 13 quid? It was something like that. And anyway, completely sold out in less than half an hour, and went home, and I was about 170 quid up on the whole thing. So, you know, that was not even an hour's worth of work over the evening, and I think it was about 2.5 hours work in the day just going to Home Bargains. Really, that's all I did. So nothing spectacular. But there's lots of different things you can do, especially when it comes to events in your hometown or your home city. There are loads of things going on. So download those calendars from the local authority. Look on social media for various local pageants or festivities that are happening, street parties, if there's any particular things. I know when the coronation came out, people went crazy and added billions to the economy over a weekend. So the point is, start thinking outside the box. Look at your local area. Look at what's going on and buy things in accordance to that. So obviously, if we're in the middle of a heat wave and somebody's having a barbecue, don't sell hats. But what you could do is go and buy some t-shirts and you have printed on them, sorry, I'm at a Barbie, and it's a picture of a person on a phone, something that's quite funny, quite ironic, satirical maybe. And you can sell that thing that's cost you £7 for 20 quid just in the street. It's an impulse purchase. It's a laugh, especially when people are in groups. Sweets as well. These are things you might need a license to sell sweets because it's food, but you can certainly sell food items with a license. But I would recommend starting off with retail things like clothing, because you can go door to door or you can go business to business, especially pubs in local areas, if those things exist anymore. Let me know, what's your favorite pub? Where do you like to go? Do you like to go to like the Wetherspoons experience? Or do you like to go to the good old traditional boozer where your feet stick to the carpet? Do you still go on the pull when you go on a pub or a nightclub anymore? I don't know. I've been out of the game for such a long time and I don't know what people do anymore. So let me know about that. But just to categorize, this is about selling goods or products that are impulse purchases to people at a quality time of need. What I mean by that is, it's cold out, it's raining, I need something to protect my head. So, oh, you're right there and you've got a hat. Perfect, I'll have that now, and I'm prepared to pay extra for it. I hope that has been useful for you, ladies and gentlemen. So the money saving tip, make sure that you're putting on extra layers in your house if you don't want to put the heater on, you want to save money that way, which of course is always a great idea. And the money making tip is go out, go buy those hats, go buy those t-shirts, those scarves, whatever it is that's coming up for your environment, and then start selling them at those impulse purchase times, which is your festivals, your nights out, your experience days, and so on. And as always, I look forward to seeing you on the other side.